Hello and welcome to the Monsters, Myths, and Mayhem podcast. I'm Silver still, and still in the other host position is... She must have forgot her line.
Chaotic. Apparently the window I was clicked into does not let me press my push to talk button.
That seemed to be the case. You kept making faces and you were
Yes.
trying to say something, but
It's fine. I don't need it.
the cat must have got your tongue. Or the window.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay.
Today's episode, number 13, is going to be about the Wolpertinger, or Wolpertinger. It's a Wolpertinger. Wolpertinger is how I'm going to be pronouncing it. Whether I am right or wrong, just let us know in reviews or the Discord.
Yes.
It is from Germany, as it sounds. It is usually found inhabiting the alpine forest of southern Germany in Bavaria and, probably going to mispronounce this, Baden-Württemberg.
Oh.
It sounded like I was close in my head, so.
In my head.
Have you heard of this creature? Chaotic.
I have not.
It is very... I think it's not really well known. There is... what they say, no two of them look alike. But the main one that's depicted is usually a small animal. It's made up of varying different creatures. So it's got the rabbit head, body of a squirrel, antlers of a stag, wings of a pheasant.
Okay. Like, I'm following, but I'm having a hard time picturing. Like, I know.
But that's the most commonly depicted one. But since more than no two of them really look alike, Wolpertinger can be any combination of any creatures. See, some of them say that they're fox-bodied, badger-headed, duck feet, lizard tail. That could be a Wolpertinger. Some say that I've seen that the Wolpertinger is a result of a magical power from when animals die in the same place. They just kind of fuse together. Something brings all the body parts, and the body parts come together and make them.
Mm-hmm.
And some say that it is a result of a romantic relationship between a hare and a roebuck. Kind of like a deer.
Okay.
Not sure how that would really work. Figure somebody's fan fiction would figure that out.
Interesting. Yeah, fan fiction, like, crazy, but all right.
It is said to be, personality-wise, it is said to be shy, frugal, and feast on herbs and roots found only in the Bavarian alpine forest, as well as occasional insects. This is the little one, the rabbit one. It's not dangerous to humans, but if its saliva touches your skin, thick tufts of hair will start to sprout.
Possibly a problem solver for bald people. I mean, it sounds like a crazy good implant option. Yes or no?
Yeah, that would be a very good... How would you collect the spittle of a rabbit, though? I guess you just kind of... if you can capture it, you might be able to harvest its spit, saliva. So everybody will have thick, luxurious hair. If it feels threatened, it will spray a foul-smelling liquid onto its attacker. Kind of like a skunk. A bestial smell that cannot be removed or covered with soap, deodorant, or perfume until it magically disappears exactly 7 years later.
This is a very specific kind of creature.
He is, this one's kind of out there. There's a list of its powers that I found too. That's kind of, yeah. Okay. So, its powers are as followed from what I've seen in different resources. It can fly with its wings. No matter what its body size is, it will always be able to fly. It has enhanced agility, enhanced hearing, enhanced speed, which I would think speed would be agility, but I guess it's not really. You can go 90 miles an hour, but making a 90-mile turn 90 degrees would be agility, I guess. Enhanced jumping, enhanced swimming, enhanced tunneling. It is immortal. It cannot die of old age.
Oh my god.
Immune to poison, toxins, and disease. Immune to all forms of magic. Separation immunity. Immune to all forms of bodily separation, including molecular, since they lack molecules. And are instead, their entire body is the thing that holds everything, including molecules, together. Unfortunately, this means the Wolpertinger cannot teleport and hits portals like a brick wall.
This creature is like 0 to 100. Like, there's absolutely no middle ground. It's 0 to 100 or 1,000 even.
Yeah. It's like the nicest creature, but it's just unkillable. There's 2 more abilities. Life Force Removal Immunity. Immune to soul, spirit, life force, power, brain, mind being extracted due to them lacking in all except brain and mind, which are actually fused to their skull, which is then fused to their muscles, which is then fused to their skin. The mind cannot be removed due to their mind being completely attached to the brain. The look of disbelief.
I'm just broken. Like, this creature is like a god. And we're just, it's nice. We're just vibing with it. Like, okay.
It also has a venom. Its bite is venomous, and has enough venom to deal with all of its predators.
But it won't bite us, so like it is dangerous technically.
Yes,
but it won't hurt us.
Maybe as much as a rabbit would hurt.
That shrug's not. That wasn't convincing. That wasn't.
I mean, he'll probably spray you with the magical 7-year lasting foul smell first.
No tomato juice for that.
No. Some of the other Wolpertingers that are said to be in the same family, possibly, are the American jackalope, the Australian rorqual, and the Swedish skvader resemble the Wolpertinger. Do you feel like you want to catch one of these?
Yes, I'm going to be honest with you. Yes.
Okay. Anyone wishing to see a Wolpertinger alive in its natural habitat must enter the Bavarian forest in the company of an attractive single woman during a full moon, and if she is accompanied by the right man, the Wolpertinger will show itself.
This is very, like, I feel like we've got a very specific creature, and the way to see it is very not specific. Like, it's just like, you can bring a male and a female, but it might work, it might not. Like, can you imagine knowing that this Wolpertinger is just like the judgment of whether or not the chick you're with is attractive or not, or if you're a good dude or not?
Yeah.
Like, y'all are mediocre, I'm not going to show myself. Like, sorry.
It's like, he could be good. He could not be attractive. Which one is it? Why didn't we see it?
You'll never know. And now the couple's fighting. So now you don't even know what's going to happen because they're like, well, why didn't it show up? Well, it's because you're not the right one. And then she's like, well, maybe it's because I wasn't pretty. And it's a whole fight. Like, I feel like this Wolpertinger's really out here just causing tea.
But if it does show up, yeah.
Well, then what? Like, then what do you do? Like, are you like,
Win-win.
do you have to be like soulmates at that point? Like, is it like, this is it?
Possibly. Because Wolpertinger apparently doesn't got one. Doesn't got a soul.
Aw, that's fucked up.
You can supposedly catch a Wolpertinger by sprinkling salt on its tail or by using the sack, stick, spade method. Would you like to take a guess on what the sack, stick, spade method is?
No, God, please just tell me.
Okay, so we're in the woods of the Bavarian forest. You prop open a sack with a spade. You light a candlestick inside the sack. The Wolpertinger will be attracted to the light, and once he's inside the sack, you remove the spade. You catch him.
I don't know.
And you probably have to pour salt in its tail, I imagine.
Salt. Yeah, imagine.
You would think that would catch pretty much any rabbit.
I mean, yeah, you would think, like, to an extent.
I seen in one of the stories I was listening to that included the Wolpertinger. It apparently when you shoot it, like with a gun, and blow it apart, its parts just form back together, and it doesn't regenerate; it just forms back together. So, like, if you blow an arm off, it's just missing an arm. It's just still alive.
This creature's like, I don't know. It's just everything's so oddly specific. Like, there's no just, hey, this is how it is. It's this is how it is times 1,000. Like, there's no chill here.
No chill at all on this creature. Okay, so kind of back in the 1800s, Bavarian taxidermists, presumably for their own amusement, they began experimenting with joining together body parts from a number of different animals, and that's how stories of the Wolpertinger began. Because they were like, hey, look, we found this in the woods, so I just stuffed it.
Yeah.
And they'd be placing these Wolpertingers all over town.
Everywhere.
In the bars and I think there's actually a museum in Bavaria now that still has some of the original ones made. The German Hunting and Fishing Museum. Throughout the 20th century, the museum still has a permanent expedition on them nowadays, and are common sites in pubs, restaurants, and hotels across Bavaria and parts of Baden-Württemberg. So you can go see some authentic German Wolpertingers.
I mean, let's go.
Some places in the media where you can find them. RuneScape has them. World of War, blah, 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 blah.
I just love how you were like, World of War. There was just like that deep sigh.
World of Warcraft. I was trying to say WoW. Yeah, I was trying to say WoW and World of Warcraft at the same time. And it just
Wada.
Yeah.
World of Why? World of
and
Wada?
then some type of game called Adopt Me has them.
What? Is it like an animal game, like Adopt Animals?
Yeah, it's like a mix of Roblox and like RuneScape, but it has little animal companions.
I'll pass.
And I seen the picture of the Wolpertinger on there. It's different, got different ranks, so it changes colors, and then at the very last color, it starts to ears and some of its fur starts to give off like a rave light. Change lights and like party lights on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all I have on the Wolpertinger. That was our rabbit episode for Easter. That would have been yesterday by the time this podcast is released.
Yep. Yeah, it'll have been the day before the podcast release, and it was a very oddly specific, non-specific creature for your very oddly specific, non-specific holiday.
I guess we shall head on with the mayhem. On to the mayhem.
Yeah, let's
on
go.
With the mayhem. Okay, mayhem-wise, I don't know whether to rank this high or low. I think it's dependent on which animals are mixed together. I imagine an elephant's body, a squirrel's head, a monkey's tail, and a duck's legs would be not very threatening if you mix them together.
Right. I mean, surprising, yes.
Yes.
Terrifying, maybe not.
If we have immortal, non-killable, can't go through teleporters creature that was like a snake's body, cheetah's legs, crocodile maw, and harpy eagle's wings, that might cause some issues because it'd be meat eater.
It sounds like a fucking Five Nights at Freddy's character.
Very mixed match. Yeah, I want to say Five Nights at Freddy's is kind of they're just humanoid, aren't they?
Well, I know, but I went straight. You were talking about the crocodile head and stuff, and I went straight to Monty. Could you imagine Monty with the cheetah legs and stuff?
He'd be fast.
It'd be terrifying. Fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah. I don't think there'd be any reasoning with it because it'd just be animal instincts. I don't know if a human would count, though.
I don't know.
It'd be worse or better if it could mix with humans. We could get cat girls like, I was going to say Steve Jobs, but that's wrong.
That what?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, one of the rich people is trying to make cat people with Japan scientists. What's his name? Elon Musk. Tesla's. Yeah, Elon Musk is working with scientists in Japan about making Nico cat girls a thing.
Like an actual thing. Like we're trying to install cat ears and stuff.
Yep.
You know, I would lie and say I'm not tempted to have cat ears, but it would be a lie. That I would not be like, it would be badass in some ways. I don't know that I could deal with it permanently, though. I don't know about that. Next is going to be excited when they hear this podcast.
Yeah, I would think it'd be handy to have like a ambidextrous tail.
Yeah.
How many times as I need a third hand at work? Yeah, as a mechanic, an ambidextrous tail would be handy. If it had any, I guess it should have strength. Depends on which creature you get it from.
Right. I don't know. I feel like mayhem meter wise, like you said, it would just depend. But like I still feel like the mayhem, even at its like worst combo, would be pretty low.
Yeah, because you can still capture it. It doesn't say that they're immune to being captured. Just don't let it
kill.
Yeah, just don't let it bite you. You can try to harvest it for your saliva as hair regrowth or pranks. Maybe imagine someone fill a water balloon with hair regrowth and Wolpertinger saliva and just start throwing it at people.
Oh my god!
At water
That's
parks,
the worst water balloon fight ever.
Hair just everywhere. That's all for this episode. I know it was probably kind of shorter. But it was a little break for the.
It was like It was shorter, but like it was like fun information. So I feel like we'll be set. Like I feel like it was an interesting shorter episode. And happy Easter. Or
happy
not.
Easter. Happy Othen. Oh, no. What's the other? It's the pagan Easter spring festival. Spring equinox was a while ago. Happy spring equinox, since we missed that probably.
Oh, you're talking about Astara?
I think so.
Astara? Yeah, the ritual, the spring ritual. Yeah.
Any other holiday you celebrate in this time of year? Would you like to sign us out?
Do what?
I didn't know if you wanted to sign us out.
Yeah. Hang on. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Now it's just Simlish. We need to stop. Okay. Anna, if you're listening to this podcast, please don't shoot me for the reference on Simlish because I know you actually know how to speak it.
We probably just said something offensive, Simlish.
Join us again next Monday on Monsters, Myths, and Mayhem, found on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Anchor.fm. Silver and Chaotic talk about how monsters and myths came to be and how they'd be received in modern-day society. Follow, like, and subscribe to support. Also find the podcast on Twitter and Discord with the links below to keep up to date with the newest merch and activity. Besides, who knows what mayhem we will get into next. Peanut butter.
Jelly.
Fucking Jesus.
As a quick reminder, since we haven't said it since the first episode, we are neither experts nor professionals, but we do love to discuss. So please join us in the Discord, on Twitter, on either of our streams. Chaotic streams a little more often than I do, but we all love to chat and talk and welcome anybody in.
Yes, absolutely. And D&D sessions, always need more for that. Get chaotic, get crazy.